So, guys, I've been getting a lot of responses from people on Wattpad, and a lot of you have been asking me to create a video discussing what I'm going to do for the next few series down the road. And I think the biggest one that a lot of people wanted me to create is a new series, a prequel to the A Fight for All series. Now, for those who are not aware of the A Fight for All series, it's basically a series where I live on a distant world, on a distant nation, owning an entire solar system, and they get into a fight, and a massive war goes on, and I get sent to the front line. It's immense, and the story itself is crazy because it goes from a war, a second war, a third war, a massive intersolar war to a cold war that nearly ends in everyone's death. So to me, it sounds a lot like real life, doesn't it? Because I tried basing it off of real world stuff. I tried basing it off of the real world Cold War. I tried basing it off of World War II. I tried basing it off of so many different things. I based the Third Intersolar War off of World War II. So it makes a lot of sense when you start looking at pieces just to understand where I'm getting all the ideas from. But recently, I've been getting a couple of ideas for a war series or a brand new prequel, and they believe I should start with the Vietnam War and then with the second part of the series go into the Persian Gulf War sort of thing, and then at the modern time when it's all modern at 2021, we are going to be going into terrorists and just minor conflicts. So for people that have been waiting for this so long, I've been waiting for this for about a month. I've been waiting for this a whole month because I think that I can expand that series even farther than I already have. Now, let's also talk about the other series I've created on my Wattpad page. I also created Aftons for people who actually like Five Nights at Freddy's. Shout out to you guys because you guys got me interested into basically doing Five Nights at Freddy's, along with looking into the lore, understanding it better, and shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, IceFox37, because that guy also got me interested in Five Nights at Freddy's again, which I haven't been interested in 4 years. So I'm old, as you can tell. So another thing I also want to bring up is the other series that a friend of mine, who I will indeed put in the chat. So this guy is one of my favorites in terms of creating war stories. And he was one of the major reasons why I created a brand new story on my page with the Halo universe clashing with the universe of the United Planets. Now, I've received a couple of responses from Halo. I like Halo. I actually love playing all the Halo games. But the one thing I do want to tell you guys is that their universes are super, super different. Humanity before the Human Covenant War was not as advanced as you may think it was. Comparison to what the galaxy was in the AFFA series, it's nowhere near. It's like comparing Godzilla to the smallest microbiotic bacteria you can find. They're so far apart that you can't even compare them. You have to make a step of list of how to compare. But there's so many things on that list you physically can't get all of it. So another reason why I've also made this video is to discuss more about what I want to do with the Afton series or maybe the Clashing of Different Universes series. Recently, I've been thinking about making a zombie apocalypse in the AFFA series, a non-canonical zombie apocalypse. Thanks to EFTShrutman, I can basically do that because he's given me the properties, and I even gave openings to that some sort of thing with the variant X virus. For those who actually read that and saw the variant X virus, they did nothing about it. There was a reason why I ignored that. And now I can tell you why. See, the reason why I ignored it was because I wanted that for the future. I wanted that virus for the future. Yes, it was on still, but here's the catch. I want that virus to play a role in the upcoming series that I'm creating. So I'm going to type the date that I'm going to create this series by, the potential date of all of the brand new of the sequels, which will be now put in chat. So if you guys have any other questions, please put comments in the series. And I've received so much support from you guys in the series as a whole. I've been really wanting to meet you guys and talk about what we need to get done and what I feel like I should get done as a result of the massive changes that are going to be coming your way. So I guess I should start a little bit about who I am because the introduction stream, you barely even got my name. So I'm just going to make it clear here. My name is Cody. Okay. If you ever need me to basically talk about anything, you could talk about it in the comments after the live stream is done, or you could just type something in. Hey, Icebox, how you doing? So I did give you a shout out, so I hope you don't mind. But was poppin' G because I've recently been talking about brand new series, including a brand new sequel to the Afton series, where I think I want to make something a little bit more interesting with the next upcoming series. What do you think about it? I would assume it's good because I know you like the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. I know you do. So, in case you weren't aware, I talked about what I'm planning on creating. I plan on my character going rogue and start attacking people, basically creating a massive fuss, and then not William, but Michael has to come in and save the day. So I become the villain, or what it seems to look like I become the villain. Well, Michael has to step in and try to keep me in shape, but there's going to be a catch and a twist to all of that. Twist is someone's going to be reappearing. And I think you already know who that someone might be. So, for those who don't know who Malhair is, you could search him up. But with the recent addition to the lore I've made about Cody Afton's death, oh God, is it brutal? I made that brutal for a reason. I made it brutal for a reason. I think I received a lot of comments like, holy shit, it's super brutal. Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose. And I can tell you what, the reason why I did that was mainly because I wanted him to connect to the story of parts about the Athens, because, they're all dead. You could say, well, Michael's not dead. Technically, he is. All of his organs got scooped out by Ennard. So it's not the greatest way to go, but spring locking and dying for like no fucking reason, yeah, that's even worse. Brain matter spit everywhere. Jesus God. Yeah, no. I plan on making Cody the most evil man in the entirety of the series with the upcoming stuff. So if you have any questions about the series as a whole, you can ask me now because this is kind of what I wanted the stream to be. Hmm. Yeah, you can ask questions because there's still a lot of things I need to figure out in order to move the series forward. I can figure out a way to combine all of the Afton series along with the real lore behind each character, there could be a way I could bring back characters that I thought that everyone thinks would be dead. And another thing I think I should also say is probably haven't seen the rest of the stream, so I'm just gonna tell you a small summarization. I just talked about the series, my Fight for All series, and what I plan on doing with that series for the future. So you didn't really miss much other than the FNAF stuff. Other than that, I did get what I needed to get say off my mind. I don't know if I should stop the stream there or if I should just continue the stream of some sort of way. What do you think? I can tell someone's watching my stream because there's two people. Who's here? Who's here? I have a feeling Ice is still here. See if I can invite more people to the stream. That should work. Okay, well, he left the stream, so honestly, if you guys have any questions in the comments, just leave them. Anything is nice. If you think I should change a couple of things about the lore of certain aspects of the series, please tell me. I will consider it. I don't know if I'm actually going to change it because for me, it's going to be very, very hard to change the series as a whole when you have multiple different people wanting different things. So I could probably do all of them in a certain amount of time, but on April 30th, I plan on continuing the Fight for All series. I can guarantee it. There is no yes or no. This is not a maybe. This is a it is going to continue because you have to make up your mind about it. So this is going to be hard to talk about. But now I have a set date to which the brand new sequel will come out. And once the first part of the sequel, like a first or second, comes out, you guys can ask me any question, but I'm not going to give you a full response. I'm just going to give you riddles to make your mind go when that happens. April 30th is going to be a very important day. So, another thing people have been asking me, I've been asked a lot. I've been asked a lot lately, but there's one last thing I need to get and respond to. It's people that ask me if I need to change anything in my series. I don't need to change anything. To be honest with you guys, I don't need to change it. I don't need to do nothing of that sort. But I will start asking some of your personal questions. Not asking, answering some of your personal questions. And for those who do not understand any personal question, I've been asked like five, but I'm only going to answer a handful because even though it's only five, I want people to be lived in suspense because I want you guys to have suspense. So here is where First question comes into mind. The first question I got asked over 8 separate times within the last 2 days. Is it true, my door back there, is it true that I have to bend down to open a door? Well, watch. See, I do have to bend down. Doing it normally, my hand doesn't reach it. Look, you can clearly see. My hand does not reach it. Look, I have to bend down around the door and open. So, yeah. For all those who also thought I was not tall at all, so here you go. Yeah, I'm a tall ass motherfucker. Yeah. For those who actually didn't believe I was tall, yeah, I'm 6'4". So for those who are brand new to my channel, that's basically one of the questions answered. The second one that I've been asked is my personal life, how my family's doing, how everything has basically been going for the past 2 months, because I've been in a brand new semester in college. I had so much work to do. It's crazy. So I'm going to say this. College is not for everyone. It is not for everyone. Personally, for me, I don't feel like it's worth it, but I have to do it in order to do a job that I feel like will make me fulfilled in life. So I don't know. I need to become a teacher because I want to give back to my community. It's not just about doing what I want, but it's about giving back to the people that I owe, especially my old teachers, especially everyone that's helped me throughout life. I know I have what it is. I know what I have is enough to become a teacher. I know it is. I've proven myself in college that I have what it takes. I know I have what it takes, which is why I'm so different in comparison to the last 2 times. I'm so different than I was 6 months ago. And I think that major reasoning is because of my professors. They teach your patience, they teach you a lot of different things, but most importantly, they teach you to question every single thing. And when they mean that, they mean question. Like, what was the motive behind this? Is there anything they're leaving out? And chances are the answer is yes, which is why I'm not going to get involved in politics. All I'm just going to say is both sides do the same shit, but they choose to do it much, much differently. That's all I'm going to say. Another final thing that you guys are probably annoyed by that is I'm going to answer the final question that you guys have been asking. If I could possibly do a podcast with a YouTuber, and I got you covered. For all those who are Ice fans, I'm going to be doing a podcast with him. I don't know the date or the time I'm going to be doing it, but I will be eventually doing a podcast with IceFox37. I want this to be made absolutely clear. If we talk about very, very, very dark shit in that podcast, be prepared because my sense of humor in terms of podcast is off the charts. I make podcasts with my friends all the time. So, in case you guys are wondering where or how I can make a podcast, I'm not the one who's making it. Technically, not me. However, my friends have a podcast system and where I can use it to make the podcast. I don't have the equipment, but I can actually use it. I don't know where in the hell that makes sense, but it doesn't. So we're just going to leave it at that. Well, I guess that's everything I needed to discuss, get off my mind, along with a few personal questions. If you guys want another stream, you just tell me in the comments. You want another stream? You got one. I just got to make up a day and where I can make the stream, make it possible. So you all watch. See you guys next time.